Today is Saturday, September the 21st, and the time is 10:21 a.m. in the morning. I was talking about intimidating media propaganda. Imagine yourself, you're in your house minding your own business, and somebody appears in a propaganda clipping without audio that could be either used for good or bad, and they say something threatening to you. There's a lady, I think it's Channel 7, Caucasian lady, maybe about 5'5", 5'4", whatever, short black hair, look like she's in her middle 20s. And she says stuff like, they look up on my wiretap household without my permission. And she says stuff like, when I shop and buy clothes, we don't want you to have all that. We want you dead, and we're going to take those clothes and sell them. That's provoking. Whereas another person might say, in a propaganda clip, God is going to bless you, hold on, the blessing is on the way. It could be used for either good or bad. But if you, as a state and federal government, sit there and you repeatedly hear me say, Pritzner, whoever, Kamala Harris, Vice President, President Biden, I don't appreciate it. If you want to talk to somebody else that way, don't talk to me that way. If you want to contact me, do it in writing. And I will help do what I can, assist you to put a stop to this foolery. It's foolery, It's a hate crime when you run propaganda without audio. Like I said, I need to Google it, but I hear airtime costs $1 million a minute. And you stand in there 5 minutes, that's $5 million on foolery that you could have put in my pocket. That made some kind of deposit towards your what you owe me. So, or you could have took that, you buy whatever police and feds is talking about, they need brand new SUVs and stuff, you get your butt up, and you take a stand against this people. And you let them know that you don't want these hate crimes going on, If you want to talk to me, that's what social media is for, Well, really, God created it for his prophecy to come true. He said, in the last days, I will cause the gospel to be preached all over the world as a witness to me, and then till the end come. At the press of a button, you could talk about the gospel for hours, and it goes all over the world. So that's what he did this grievous thing to me for. I don't appreciate it. You see, because these Trinity gods had the option to clean up two people that were said to have fault, Adam and Eve. You clean up them two, and then you bring your creation over into a safe place. But the church teaches, well, he gave you choice to choose between good and evil. Yeah, well, anytime you give your creation a choice to choose between yourself and your enemy, you gave them permission to sin. No matter how you look at it, it's still permission to sin. So we have our own lives to sort out who come from the kingdom, my home. We have our own mess to sort out, Heaven is pretty violent. We have our own violence to sort out. And, with this, how they say if you take out too much overextended credit, you can't buy this and you can't buy that. Well, with this earth and the hells, that's too much extended violence. We have to get our own life together. And I don't want anybody standing in my way. I don't challenge your authority, don't challenge mine. I don't want anybody saying to me, well, when I win as president, I'm going to lock you up. Or you're not going to touch this person. We're going to protect the federal authority. No matter if that person is the wrong person and I'm the right person, well, that person is one of us. We're going to protect that person. Look, I made no threat to you. You get your lie together, Mr. Pritzner. You have no business listening to my household, taking contents out of my prayer to God and getting in my face with it. First of all, like I said, I don't want you dealing with me that way, period. Because I don't appreciate nobody intimidate me, provoking me. And I want you to see what you can do, if you can do anything positive. See what you can do about stopping these propaganda clippings without audio. Because it's a hate crime. Just because you didn't hear it, Yeah, you heard it. You might be behind it. But see what you can do to stop it. Because I don't appreciate anybody in my face. That's equal to somebody walking up to you in the flesh and get in your face and say something threatening. It's provoking. Whether you get into a fist fight or not, to provoke somebody is as it does. It does the same thing. It's a hate crime. So you need to put a stop to that in this American country. Running propaganda clippings without audio. I know you won't be able to stop people from sending a spirit into somebody else's apartment. That's the Lord's job, because he's from the spirit section of life. But you could stop those propaganda clippings without audio. But you say, well, what if I don't stop it? Well, you was in position to stop it. And as soon as all go well between the gods and I, and it will, he ain't going nowhere without me. But as soon as I choose to leave, I don't have to have you. I'm going to pass that judgment on you when you was in position to do something and you didn't. You chose to retaliate against me, buff up against me, and do that which is negative. I know what you did for me in this world by what you didn't do. So we're going to discuss that in that day, But anyway, don't threaten me. Talking about tomorrow. Well, when I become president, I'm going to lock you up. You're not going to, see, you got that flesh stinking thinking that you're going to gun me down, kill me, run off with my money, and live life in my place and replace me, all that old other stuff. Your generational years, there's a passage of scripture in the Bible where a man said, well, I'm rich. I filled up my barns. I filled up my future with money and with goods. And I could live forever and never have to work again. God said your soul is required of you this very day. So while you gloating in the funk of your satanic snare flesh, saying, well, we're going to kill you, we're going to take your money, we're going to wear the title multi-trillionaire. No, you're not. You're going to get cut down, just like he said he would. Just like he told you he would when you went there. And if he didn't tell you specifically, I'm going to cut you down that way, I'm not going to explain the same thing again. But I'm going to ask you, don't think that way. And as for my sort out, I see many places where God has done a wrong thing. And I showed you several things that he had done that's wrong. And for him to do such a thing to such a situation, I see where he's wrong. But I'm losing my interest to want to sort that out for you. So that's all you can do. To think you can gun me down, kill me, lose my money. You're not going to spend it on this earth. Because we don't have to provide a day for you to spend it. You can go get your judge, everybody you want. Your officer, your cadaver dogs. You're not going to continue on this earth. And I'm not here. And that's just the bottom line. All right? So I don't threaten you, you don't threaten me. If I ask you to respect my image and stamp my face with your intimidating propaganda and threats and stuff, I shouldn't have to be a broken record to ask you to do better, to do right. All right? All right.